Bro, what is the deal? Having a little bit of, I guess this is not technical. What's going on? I can't do my, Jones. I gotta check the files because that goes to the Random Jewels Cash App, and I'm not the person that but you're talking about for the book bag stuff, right? Fred McDaniels, welcome to the channel. Trying to get getting a little technical. Okay. Look at that. Got a couple thumbs down. Got a couple thumbs down on that last video. That's what I'm talking about. Real so what's the deal? What's going on out there? DC around in the what's going on out there? Yeah. Yeah, but VC round, I knew you was gonna bring that up. When I asked that question, I was like, why did VC round bring that up? But I actually I haven't seen it. Like I've seen like the story. I know the headline of what happened. But what is has there been any, like there's been some kind of what's the what's happened what's happened since like have there been riots or something? Just another one they sweeping out under the rug. It doesn't sound like we have a Montgomery. The governor came down and got booed. Well, they got a kind of governor that that this particular issue said about racism, that's going to be sensitive for their particular governor. Well, I mean, it's kind of understandable that, because of a lot of his views, right? Not saying that he does condone that, but because of a lot of his views, you're going to have people that feel like, well, you're kind of encouraging, people to do this kind of thing. You're making people feel that they in a safe space for that kind of behavior. So, I'm not saying that he is, but I'm sure that's some of the perception there. Felix Almanzar is the deal. So, while we waiting for the people to come in, one thing, I don't know if can you hear it still. If y'all recall, the last time I was on, I was saying that I was trying to I was getting ready to go try to shake off this cold. I still have not shaken it off. It's definitely greatly improved. It feels like it's almost gone, but not at that 100% level. First thing I think I might not have been just eating enough sometimes. I did. But that's one thing. Also they had me. I did 6 hours in Supermax down at the 25th precinct. That's about I guess that was going on about 2 weeks ago. I'm sure the $64,000 question on that is why, pray tell, what would I be doing in a precinct? And look, I was thinking the same thing. When I tell you, look, I see, look, fly phrase, VC Row, I'm talking to you. If y'all ready to have conspiracy theory night, but I'm telling y'all right now, it was some Illuminati shit. I can guarantee you that no one here would guess in a million years you wouldn't guess in a million years what I was doing in handcuffs. I give y'all 3 chances. 5 phrase from the Providence Plantations. Some true Illuminati happenings right here in 2023. get a couple more people in here too that are deal with this topic. Time versus timing. Does anyone, that's another, you know, does anyone know the difference between those two? You might say I'm playing a little semantics here, but we're gonna look into that. What is the difference between time and timing? Real fine line. So drum roll. Uh, you know, apparently I was supposed to be getting a ticket, right? And in the midst of getting this ticket, uh, apparently a warrant came up, right, from the year 1989 in the year of our Lord. In case you didn't catch that, they said I had a warrant from 1989 in the Christian era. Now, see, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. It's got to be Illuminati. See, like, look, Felix Almanzar here says unpaid fine. Let's assume that was true. Let's just say that was true, and it's not. But let's just say that was true. Now, look, in those days, records was on pen and paper. Like, it wasn't, they had smarts, the state, city, municipal offender data tracking system. I don't know if y'all seen the Blues Brothers. So, it's little, electronics, but everything was still, when you got your fingerprints, that was ink. It was ink. And now they got computers. You put your phone, you put your finger on the scanner. Everything was written down, pen and paper. So it was possible at that time, right, that you could have cases in different jurisdictions, right? And it might be a minute or two before everybody catch up to you had that can possibly happen. But here's the problem with that theory and the unpaid fine theory, right? Is that I was indicted in that very same county in 1991. You see me right here. No, there was no warrant in 1991 from 1989. And then I had another felony arrest, but that got dismissed because I wasn't even committing a crime. Like, the DA came up, said whatever I was doing, and then my lawyer just said, yeah, but he didn't say nothing that was a crime. So I got dismissed right. But that was a felony arrest. To just say that when you go in, sometimes, you get a misdemeanor, death appearance ticket or something, you don't even go through the court sometimes. But now I had two occasions in that same county. You know, in New York, the way it works, when you get indicted, that's when you go to Supreme Court. Get back to you in a second, family. Thanks. Right? So, that's two reasons right there where I'm saying, like, wait a minute. If there was a warrant from 1989, why did that come up in 1991 and 1992? Fast forward, in 1996 or 1997, the Warren Squad came to get me with somebody that's another whole long story. I don't know how it works anywhere else. But in New York, when the Warren Squad comes to get you, they do a deep dive. They come and get you for everything you ever did in the history of time. Like that gum you stuck under the table at elementary school, the Warren Squad knows about that. And they bring that shit up when they come to get you. No warrant. Came up, no warrant. Right? Now, I don't know how, in New York, right? If you get locked up, it's the city, the state, whoever got you, it's their responsibility to make sure that you handle whatever you got in court. Because you're not on your own cognizance, right? So I would say that was 2004, I think. 2004. You put me in jail and then let me out of jail, right? No warrant. And that was my last dealings with them. I haven't seen, like, when I was at everything in the precinct is new, man. All the equipment, the procedures, all this and shit going on in there now. It's like, yeah, see, y'all ready for it to be right. But that's my last experience with these people, right? Besides tickets. And now all of a sudden, in the year 2023, you come back with this warrant. I mean, look, think about that. They fucked up. This has been my longest streak right here. 20 years, bro. I might throw it, look, this might be my streak right here, depending on how long I make it out. That could be it, man. They broke my streak. Just short of 20 years, man. They took that away and hit it off your record to use whenever they wanted to, for whatever reason, to jam. Look, it's possible. But I'm gonna tell you something, look. Felix Almanzar, you said it was a glitch in the matrix. I'm gonna tell you. I went to that community board meeting, G. You see, I don't know. Listen, this is a warning to you. Wherever you at, especially young brothers, listen. They got that AI now. And I think when I went to that meeting, right, I walked past the camera or something, and they was like, yo, we know something from somewhere, something the algorithm of his nose, looks familiar right there. And then you have to dig. I mean, I just see. Here's the thing. What I'm saying, they let Big Meech out, and shout out to Big Meech. I'm not saying he should be in there, but I'm saying we all were supposed to get this messed out together. How do Rayful Evans got a release date, and you pulling me back in for some bullshit? My charges and his charges a little mismatched there. So I don't get it. Where's all this prison reform? Who's all this prison reform going on? It was a different look. I'm gonna tell you something. That was part of the reason why I didn't come on. Because I'm saying here thinking, God damn, the long arm of the law. But why me? Why, like, bro, I'm sitting here, I got 168 book bags sitting here that I'm about to give out this weekend, bro. And you lock me up out of all the people? You got motherfuckers, like, come on, man. So, yeah, that took me a minute for me to really kind of be like, just damn. But at the end, I just was like, fuck it. Sometimes shit happens, man. You just gotta thug it out. You know what I'm saying? But that was definitely a crazy episode. I'm telling you, you gotta watch these people. And then when I get down there, right? Listen, the whole time I'm there, really, right? Nobody in the whole system, from the cops that arrested me, the cops in the precinct, the officers at the court, the district attorney, the judge, not one person was working there when I got arrested. Like they all was like, damn, 1989. They still had the papers. Look, when they pulled out the file, I recognized it. I said, oh shit. The good thing is they wasn't dumb enough to ask me nothing. You see, if they had asked me how I want to handle this, can anybody guess what I was going to say? Fred McDaniels. We from Fred. Abdul Rahman, is Fred McDaniels with you? But so yeah, when they didn't even ask me nothing. They brought me straight to the court. I didn't have to go all the way through. I guess that I was grandfathered in and had to do no new prints, new pictures, none of that. They bring me to the court and they just like, look, ACD, man, get this out of here. They didn't ask me nothing, because if they would have asked me, how do you want to handle this? I would have said, I'm ready to go to trial. Right now, go to Florida, go to the nursing home and get that cop. Because that's what he's absolutely not on the force. That's the difference between me and y'all. I know what happened. But fortunately, it didn't have to go that way. And the good part is, I know my record is clear now. Absolutely. I'm gonna tell you another thing too. In July, I went to renew my license. Right? So they give you the printout, and then the picture's supposed to come in the mail. The picture still hasn't come. So I go to the DMV. I gotta go to the DMV because, mind you, I didn't even mention that. Right? I just got my bike back today. The police took my bike. That was another thing I can't out. Like this is it's been rough. But my picture never came, the license never came. And I'm actually, it's got me stranded because I need to go someplace right now. And really from New York, you can't leave without that picture license. Like I can't get on the plane, with expired license. I can't rent a car. So it really, that's fucking up my money right now. I got a couple trips to make. Legal trips. You know what I'm saying? Because now that we know Illuminati's watching, you know, no transporting. So I go down there and they tell me that the license has been returned undeliverable. Why don't those fucking tickets y'all send me ever get returned undeliverable? How do I get every fucking ticket? But all of a sudden my license is not deliverable. So yeah, that's been August was it was build or destroy. Absolutely. But at the end of the day, we jump all those hurdles. So we back here in the building. So Fred McDaniels said he's from Muskegon, Michigan. Let me ask you a question, bro. You got do you have knowledge of self? Are you 5% NGE with you know 120? Let me put this here. But yeah, that was a little detour, But that's just some crazy that to me was absolutely crazy. Yeah, I think I look. That's got to be some kind of record. Anybody that sees this, put a comment in the box if you know about a clerical error. Is that it's some kind of clerical error? I mean, that case was adjudicated. I got arrested in 1988. The case was adjudicated in 1989. That was my youthful offender case. So really, that's not supposed to be coming up. In you know what I'm saying? But like I said, all of the story. I guess that's a good segue. Speaking of getting locked up, right? Of time versus timing. Fred McDaniels, don't forget that I asked you if you know which one. But does anyone here, can we expand on what is the difference between time and timing? So your Muslim name is Abdullah Aziz Muhammad. Okay, so you're not uh you're not 5%. But that's peace. We welcome all people. Felix Almanzar said you should already know that everyone that goes in and out of a law school is still under surveillance. The knowledge is disrupting their system. I mean, I'll tell you this much, and this could also be, look, all my conspiracy theorists. The rest of y'all may think I'm paranoid. But see, that goes with that too. The bad goes with the good. You gotta accept that. You see, you gotta remember the same way y'all affiliate me with, not really, but it's known. I've been around the firstborn. You know what I mean? I have relationships with these people, right? Those are the people in the COINTELPRO investigation. So yeah, I got pictures with the greats. Where they was observing them, they was observing me too. So I don't. That's not lost on me. See, and they can tell everything just from how you speak. They don't even have to be in your conversation. They can just see the body language, like, oh, this brother, like he seems to be well acquainted with it. He might be a person of interest. So that's you might want to think about that before you come give me a pound up here by the school. Yeah. Look, you might just want to do the fist bump and keep it moving. You might do it. Listen, man, it's too late for some of us. Fly phrases. Time is a unit of measurement. Timing is when the stars align and everything lines up and goes your way and starts clicking. Hence the term perfect timing. Time to measure, track years, months, and days. Anyone else? I don't know what's going on. We don't have as much high scientists. So you said, Fred McDaniels, that you studied the Bible. Your Fruit of Islam, Fruit of Islam, Nation of Islam started in 98. That's peace. As I always tell people, the only real Muslims is the NOI. Our good brothers. Those are the Muslims that I recognize. Like I said, everybody's welcome. But when you're dealing with knowledge, right? Is levels of the game. See what I'm saying? Meaning that, if I show a 3-year-old a car on the street or a picture of a car in a book, they can recognize that as a car. Like they know that's a car, but they don't know how to drive it. You see how it's that levels to the knowledge right there? See what I'm saying? And then you got people that know how to drive it, but they don't know how to fix it. See how there's another level to that knowledge right there. And you got people that know how to fix all type of stuff. They can change the engine and change the oil and all that, but they don't know how to make one. So see, when I say, are you a 5%? See that's the highest level of actually internalizing this knowledge. You see what I'm saying? Of not just having, knowledge of God and who you're talking about, but actually embodying and then emanating that reality. So, when we say, are you 5%? That's what we mean by it. But here goes Fred McDaniels is actually here with us. We can add him to the screen here.
Yo, peace, God.
Peace.
Peace. What's going on, God?
Not much. We just here building about to get into this here topic about time versus timing.
Nah, God. In the nation of Islam, they taught us that time is the only essence of man.
Time is the only essence of man. You sure it's not the other way around?
Nah, God.
Well, let's when you say time, are we talking about years, months, and days?
Nah, we talking about days and hours and minutes and equals to seconds, God.
Okay, so days and hours, minutes, and seconds, right, is a measurement of the motion of the planet Earth. Correct?
Nah, you got that wrong.
What is it?
I just explained to you what it was, God.
Okay, so how do you get 24 hours in a day?
How do you get 24 hours in a day?
Yeah.
Because the rotation of the planet.
So it's a measurement of the motion of the planet Earth.
Nah. You saying that wrong.
Okay, well, what is the difference between you saying the motion of the planet Earth, or one of the motions of the planet Earth, is its rotation on its own axis on its way around the sun, which creates 24 hours, right? Because the Earth is traveling at 1,037 and a third miles per hour, and the distance traveled is 24,890. Well, we lost the brother there, but it's still a good segment. Now, you see, we could get into the technical definitions, and we want to do that. Can we get the technical definitions in the comment section here from somebody? That would be good. But look, here's the thing, right? And this is for the 5%. I'm gonna drop this. Like I said, we get into the technical stuff if y'all want to get more technical, right? We get into the technical stuff if y'all want to get more technical. You see, the time is always right. But see, timing has to be right and exact. See, time is infinite. We got all the time. You got all the time. You see, timing is something that's got to be done within a window right here. You see what I'm saying? See, like right now, right, is school closed time. Now, my daughter is knowledge equality. See, if I get the clothes in 5 years, yeah, time is infinite. When I got it, I got it. The time was right. But see, the timing that she started school on the 7th, that's got to be exact. And see, where that comes into play at when you living, man, is that there's a time and a place for some things. And there's a time and a place where some things don't belong. Whether it's people, whether it's words, whether it's actions, or listen, whether it's even the role that you play. See, like, you could be in a cipher wherever you heard it, right? This was my experience where there was a time where I didn't say nothing. And we was just talking about that the other day where they were saying that's going to be an all-God rally, right? And we were talking about a whole bunch of other stuff, but at the end of the day, I was just saying that, look, I remember the first one that I came to. I didn't even know, but it was one of those things where, by then, people knew, people could detect the mathematical presence of me and the brothers that I was around at that time. So it was one of those things where people came and told us, like they came out black and said, yeah, it's going to be all God rally when this day. So I didn't know what to expect, but when I got there, I just did the knowledge. You see, at this point in time right now, in this time, see, I do a lot of talking, but see, that's the timing of the role that I got to play. See, when I know that it's time for me to be a follower in this situation, and it's time for me to be a leader in that situation. See, when you know what the time is for what is right, when you have the wisdom to know when to speak and when to don't speak. See, all these things is timing. You said that friend was someone else? Oh, that was another friend? Oh, no, well, he was, whoever that friend was, you see, I don't respond to gaslighting and trolling because I don't know what it is. It doesn't bother me. See, I didn't see now that you said that was somebody else. I see somebody was trolling. But see, I don't even. That's why I'm still to this day, even though I realize that people have been gaslighting me for years. But like that, I realize, like, oh, that's what that is. Would you say, does time exist in space? See, more reality. He said, am I real educated? What is there you go, you right there. You gotta translate that for me. I understand this question. But see, time is a measurement of motion in space. You understand what I'm saying? It's the measurement of objects moving through space. So here's the thing you gotta remember, right? You got length, width, depth, and then time. So time is tricky because what's a long time? What's a short time? Does it depend on if you're 9 years old and you're waiting for Christmas? You know what I'm saying? Does it depend if you're 50 years old and you're waiting for the line for the lady to give you your lunch? How you perceive that time. Are you waiting? Like I said, are you 9 years old and you waiting because when your mom get home, she's gonna take you to the movies? Or are you 9 years old and you waiting till your mom come home and she told you she's gonna whip your ass for something that you did? See, that time move different. You see, if you going someplace, you ever go someplace on a trip, right? And it take a long time to get there, and then somehow it seems like you got back like that. And you be wondering, why didn't we take this way when we was going? See, that's why what the brother said, I disagreed with, because see, T.I. wouldn't be nothing without me. See, even when you say 24 hours in a day, that's based upon increments of measurements that we just agreed upon. We could break an hour up into how many other segments we want. So, this question that time exists, not without us. Because if we don't produce that motion, right, of the planet turning at 1,037 and a third miles per hour, right, then what is time?
Please.
But what is this you say here, born reality? Are you real educated? I don't think so. I don't know what that is. What else? But being on time, indeed. See, that's something about, that's what timing is. Like somebody said a while ago, that it's when, the stars and everything align. You see, the stars and everything don't just align. See, you causing them to align is timing. See, it's just like when people say that luck is preparation plus opportunity. You see what I'm saying? The timing was perfect. See, like different people you see, boxers, people that do track and field, any sport really. They train so that they're at peak performance, especially for boxing. You gotta be at peak performance for 30 minutes. Like you train this whole, 3-4 months. And for that 30 minutes, 10 rounds, right? You gotta be peaking. That's timing. You see what I'm saying? That's when you've done things right and exact. You see what I'm saying? You got the rest of your life to know 120. But when you run into me, your timing better be on point. You got the rest of you can know it. You ain't got to come around me. I don't call you to exist. You ain't got to come around me. What's this? XNR4 connected. Welcome to the channel. Fred McDaniel. Hey, Fred McDaniel, how did you find me? I need to find. how did you find me, man? Abdul Rahman, that's a good question for you too. How'd you find me? S. Reeves. Yeah, I remember S. Reeves. What's the deal, man? It's in a minute. S. Reeves go back. S. Reeves, you might have been around in when we started this? 2021? No, it wasn't 2021. We started like right after, no, we started right before the pandemic. So what was that? We started 2019. So yeah, actually we probably been around since about 2020. Abdul Rahman, you see what I'm saying? The universe. Abdul Rahman, how did you find me, man? Fred McDaniel said he seen me for years. We saw me. And why you was hiding? Why you just say something now? See what I'm saying, man? I told you, man, right now, worried about Illuminati, man. You gonna say something like that. Where you was standing while you was seeing me. Why ain't see you? Yeah, that's Reed. Yeah, that's Reed's been around since Jansport days. Me zero is stupid. But yeah, we saw you. Like, where was you? How'd you? See, because that's something that's different about people that say they 5% now. Is y'all don't be knowing nobody that's 5%. Is like y'all don't be having like how y'all came 5%. Because it's some things, right? Like, see, like, if you let's see, what's a good example, right? Like if you touch somebody, right, you can't get them high blood pressure. That's not how you catch. That's not how you catch high blood pressure. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I be saying how you came 5%. Do a rock mindset. Y'all 85s be buddy. Who's y'all? Oh yeah, what did that? Cause they did that earlier. Oh that. Oh, that. This supposed to plug over here. Everything ain't supposed to be on that plug.
So that's why I'm double.
All of this is on there too?
All of it though.
Right. All right.
This or do you think that
All right. So make sure you tell Shaq Quest.
this is true?
But yeah, who you talking about? Who's y'all? You said y'all 85 be bugging. I know you're not speaking about the highly knowledgeable, true and living audience here of the Random Jews Network. Fred McDaniels, where have you been seeing me for years? I can't let that one go. Nah, that's from the listening. I think it's bad already. What is it? Why do you have to see? I gotta leave y'all alone. Oh, Fred. How you calling Fred at 85? Both of y'all Muslim? So yeah, getting back, man, to time versus timing, right? You know, because like I was getting into, is that the importance comes in, right, when you gotta let things out. You understand what I'm saying? When you gotta live things out, that's when timing becomes important. You know what I'm saying? That's when you know, even in terms of when you say penalties and rewards. See, when it says Allah comes in his own good time, see, that's your timing. Yeah, time is infinite, right? It was brothers that was here that was teaching us before me, and we brothers here teaching us after me, unless y'all fuck up. You see, the science of timing is that I had to be right and exact for the time and the place where I was at. See, it means that even the truth that you teach, when we say we Lord of all worlds from highest to lowest. So you got to know when it's time to be speaking even in a language, right? You know, you can't speak to third graders the same way you speak to 11th graders. See, all of this is another science, man. You know, where that was even, something that brothers used to say. That, whoever is the person that might be talking there say, look, I'm an example in some cases of what to do, and in some cases of what not to do. See, that's the difference between time and timing. The difference between time and timing is what you did last time, you might not be able to do this time. And what you do next time might have to be on a different level than what you did all the other times. So yeah, we talking about the hour on the clock when we say time. But that's just, listen, like I said, when when you go out and you teaching, right? Everybody don't need the same thing. Like everybody don't need to be introduced to dietary law. There's some people that come in here now, their dietary law is already better than mine. Get out of here, man. Not you, man. You see how- You know what I'm saying? You know, and then some people, you know, you got people coming here now eating hot Cheetos and shit. You see what I'm saying? So what every people gotta, you know, some people is already well aware of history. You know what I'm saying? Or see, we got Fred McDaniels, Abdul Rahman, they already coming from a background of Islam. So see all those different people, man, for you to know, right, when it's time to tell this brother that, and when it's time to tell this brother something. Not you tell them something different, like you tell them opposite things. But some brothers, right, they don't need to be told to look, stop doing things that might cost you your life and your freedom. You see what I'm saying? You see? You know, some people need to be told, you know, like look, like I said, look, nobody had to tell me to stop writing graffiti. You know what I'm saying? All types of shit that we, you know, we had to learn, but everybody don't need those same messages. We ain't all from the same place. We're not all for the same time. Can you move that out my street?
Backdropping on
Let me see.
I thought you had a little Hawaiian top on the back.
You see, that's just some people gotta be told.
That's what I took. You were the last out of the background. Not bad. Not bad. No problem.
See, these two, they timing is off. I don't know why I'm gonna talk the place out while I'm doing my class right here. they timing is off. That's what I'm looking at. That's timing. See what the building? Look, they building. That's right. That's right. They doing right. You see what I'm saying? They timing is off. They say time. You talk about that. You talk about that another time. See what I'm saying? You see, it's nothing. It's nothing like real life. It's nothing like real life, bro. It's not like real life. You see how these things. This is how you got to. See, remember I said a couple days ago, you got to use mathematics. That's how I know how to be, how to do what I do. Abdul Rahman said that's true. Some cats had to be told to stop gangbanging. I didn't have to be told that. I'm civilized and was always because I've been exposed to the teaching since young. Exactly. So you got to know, you know, all of those things. Look, time is infinite, right? But look, we've also seen that it's a difference of when you get the knowledge. See, you know, that timing, right, of you know, being able to get it at a certain time, you know, it's no time that's better than other time. I'm just saying that whatever your timing is, you got to master it. You see what I'm saying? I didn't work with everybody neither, but I came in, I got my timing is on. See what I'm saying? Because when it was my time to show forth and prove that there's no God but the Son of Man, I did what I had to do. I'm doing what I got to do. But I don't know, y'all kind of what's going on with y'all today? I don't know. I think we go ahead and get to the question part. This, do we have any questions on what we built on today? Or any other questions? I don't know. It's been a minute. Maybe y'all thought of something. What happened to Fred? Fred still hasn't told me how he found me. That's what I gotta do. I gotta look at my so Fred says he's back on a better phone. I don't know. Should I sometimes it's not working. That's already a bad sign. You logging on with multiple phones. Wayne name said Fred McDaniels right there, but then you said your name is Aziz. How you feel about Steve Harvey teaching relationships while on his third failed marriage? He said it's time. Listen, man. I've never listened to Since Daddy Kane anyway. Since Daddy Kane, he had that coming, man. I don't. You said that wasn't me earlier who called or whatever. You still ain't answered the question of how you found me. But in general though, with Steve Harvey, I will say this, man, that he definitely proved that you can't buy a wife. All of the, not saying a woman to hold that title. I'm just saying like the things, the character that that entails. You can't, all of this stuff. You doing all this and in my day and all of this stuff. It always was sent that king shit to me. I never, think like a man and act like it. Come on. You had to know that the Christ was never with you. You have to know that. You know what I'm saying? If you've been listening to this live stream for any length of time, you know that I would have told you years ago that he has not been reading his Bible. He said you can go back on the tomb. Now I'm saying, check this out, bro. I'm saying you said you listened for years and you joined, but I'm saying, how did you find it? I'm funny that way. Where, I ask somebody a question and then they don't, and I just keep asking. Supreme Man said he took that woman from somebody else. How you get them is how you lose them. Yeah, I guess. Well, I did hear, I don't follow it like that, but one of the rumors I heard was that she had like a drug dealer husband or something, or boyfriend, and he got locked up for a long time. So, however it worked out. But at the end of the day, I mean, is that, he put himself out there as such an example. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I guess makes people, for me, it's but it's one of those things, not to that same level, but kind of that Bill Cosby effect where, like, you out here talking about how people should be behaving, and you're out here R wording. You're like, there's there's the extra. There's something extra. I guess that's that thing. I guess that's in the Bible where it says, pride goeth before the fall. Fred McDaniel, I didn't forget what that question. Like, see, I give you an example. See, a lot of these people that's on here, they found me because I was making appearances on the law school in Mega Channel. You know what I'm saying? Another group of people found me because, I got history with music. So as people looking, they might be looking for the music stuff, and then they see this. There's different ways that people find it. There's even questionnaires, right? That sometimes if you go to a company the first time, they'll ask you, how did you hear about us? Newspaper ad, radio ad, word of mouth. How did you find it? You said you're not good like me, but I've been for years, studying for years, part of the NOI, and passed the word. All of this is, great. So you found me on YouTube, like I just was in the recommended. I just was on, like, you was looking at some other video, and I was in the recommended tab, or I just came up next on the reel. How did that work? Supreme Man said he put the sex in the form of the six and didn't till the land. Yeah, I guess, yeah. However, yeah, that was a little bit, that was some nutty behavior. Some nutty behavior, I mean, I've seen a couple of things, I generally, that's not my type. You know what I'm saying? Relationship stuff. But one thing I've seen is that people like Steve Harvey and a couple of other people, it's like the relationship advice they be given a lot of time is really for dating. Like the stuff that they say that, this is, what you gotta be to your partner, and, what the other person needs to be doing. That stuff is for dating. All right, so Fred McDaniel said he saw me in just the recommended tab. So I guess it's not much we can do about that. There's not much we can do about that. Because I've been wondering about, it was a brother the other day, right? And he he starts telling me that he's gonna put some fish in the pond and name them. You see, it's a delicate situation because this is all of our home. Right? It's not my school, it's our school. But I ain't never seen this brother before. I've never seen him around here before. And all of a sudden you come to tell me you're gonna put no, you're not gonna put the fish in the pond. And so, I'll be wondering, like, how do these people find us? Because see, look, I blame y'all. The other friend didn't have no S on the end of his thing. So okay. Because, I'm wondering, like, what do y'all be doing that y'all be in the same place with these people that is not all there? Like, what are you doing? Where are you finding these people? Now look, I got some people, but see, what I've learned is that mental health deteriorates over time. Mental health conditions deteriorate over time. So I had some people that, look, I knew them, we 16, 17, 18, it was fine. But since then, something snapped and they not all there no more. Like when you giving people the knowledge, right? Are you only thinking about them or are you thinking about us too? If you meet the person and you tell them all about what you think the knowledge could do for them, right? Did you ever ask them what they could do for the knowledge? See, did y'all see how many people here seen the education of St. Cost? Remember they was in the park? What could we, the Lords, do with a punk like you? What are they gonna come and do? Are you just St. John at the pearly gates, just letting people in for salvation? See, people need growth and development when they come in the nation. Are you bringing them in because you think this is like I told you, man, look, the knowledge can't cure cancer. If you got high blood pressure, take your medicine. Don't think you're going to study the lessons. I'm not no guru. I ain't got no Irish moss. I ain't got no sea moss. I ain't got no pills. So you giving the people the knowledge, man, and you think it's going to help them, man, but nah, it's just this person can't even get civilization down pat. Exactly, King. Man. That's where the right time into what you teach. Like, see, I might have to teach you just what's good for you.
Okay.
Like, see, first, you gotta go clean yourself up. Because now when they come around, this person is a burden on us. You see, you teach somebody that's unstable, right? And you tell them because you like them. But then you send them over here. We don't know this person. All we know is they came over here acting unstable. You talking to me, I'm running my head. You see how they say, cut for the same cloth. That's the reality, though. I keep telling y'all, see, we say that we give people the knowledge, but really we bring it out of them. See, I can tell you all this stuff, but it's really got to activate something in you that's got to come out. And see, sometimes there's no there. See what I'm saying? Sometimes me pulling the knowledge out of you would be like me pulling the rabbit out of the hat. There'd be some sleight of hand or illusion there where for a minute you might seem like you one of us. But really, you just a paperclip. And see, y'all keep telling these people that they the magnet. See, the wisdom is put before the knowledge in the standpoint that, see, now you teaching from emotion. See, now you teaching because you like this person. Now you want them to have the knowledge more than they want it. You see, as soon as that happens, you start relaxing the rules. You start becoming Paul, right? You don't got to do this. You don't got to do that. You don't got to do this. You don't got to do that. All of a sudden, oh, nah, this is not the 70s and the 80s no more. See, listen, man, look, there's a couple of famous stories, about people that came back and told Allah, yo, listen, man, I went back in my neighborhood and told the people I was God and, I got bad treatment. And the message basically was like, look, son, you're not me, so you can go show them proof. Yeah, Fred McDaniels, I mean, you see, you said you was listening for some time. I mean, it's probably like it's best that you listen. it's best that you listen. You know what I'm saying? You know, because these things that you're saying, you know, man, sometimes. I don't know how this works sometimes, man. That's the magic of the internet. Fred McDaniels. At any rate, man, we once again we winding this one down. We're seeing do we have any last questions here about the topic of time versus timing or any other thing? You know, I'm not what time is it? See, y'all playing games tonight. Man, y'all done made me miss the supermarket. So that you get messing around 5%. Well, I guess today we got all scholars right here, you know. So our scholars today, we don't have any questions. You know. I guess it's time for me. And it's funny too, because the last comment here says fasting, but I'm just about to go get something to eat. True self, what's the deal? Yeah, the timing part, that we actually only covered that short. First we had a funny story, little funny story in the beginning. So at any rate, you know, it's been a good one. I think it's been nice knowing y'all. True self said, as I have covered at the end. Fred McDaniels said, "You the best." You put that a couple times. Like, is this? Am I like? I'm a DJ Khaled of this shit. You better watch it. I'm just, I'm just, I'm a DJ Khaled of this shit. Just so y'all know. But at any rate, y'all know tomorrow we'll be back on. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm sure we'll have, you know, a nice topic maybe tomorrow. I try to remain more focused for y'all, you know, like I said, but look, I'm happy to be out. You know, when you just escape the belly. Sometimes, you know, you gotta, but at any rate, everybody do the each one teach one, hit the like button, and I'll be back on tomorrow. You know, as Fred McDaniel said, we'll see if I get my timing exact for 7 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I'm sign off and say peace. Peace. What is this? But the time it comes with experience, others are more proficient than others. Happens when you apply the mathematics you use. All right. So Abdul Rahman said, let's talk about the decline in family. So look, that's a big one. We're gonna save that one for tomorrow. How about that, Rahman? When you get on, we're gonna start off with whatever topic. Maybe we'll end off with that because we did in terms of we gave out the book bags. We had 168 book bags. We had school supplies and everything. And so, that's the kind of thing that we deal with. Family, education, these are things that's, at the root of, when you look at the 12 Jews, I know the 12 Jews not our lesson, but all of the elements of that exist in 120. You know what I'm saying? So, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is education. You know what I'm saying? Freedom, justice, and equality is, social. It's about the society that we live in, and how we treat each other and all of that. You know what I'm saying? You got food, clothing, and shelter. That's economic. And you got love, peace, and happiness. That's family. So those is some of the roots of the things that is our teachings and how we supposed to apply these teachings to the world, is through those principles. So that is a good one, but it's way too deep for us to address at the end of the class right now. But we're gonna hit that for you tomorrow, Abdul Rahman. You've been on the road too. I gotta give you credit, Abdul Rahman. You've been sane for about a month and a half, 2 months. Like, I don't know if you've been taking your medication. Look, you stop. I don't know if you stopped taking blows to the head. He said he's 30-0. He said he's 30-0 in Jamaica, Queens. So I don't know if you stopped taking blows to the head, but you've been stable, man, for quite some time now. You know what I'm saying? But I see you tomorrow.